Hey, what's up you guys? This is Rob from A Gay Guy Plays, and today on Quickdraw we're going to turn up the heat with the Ignis. So, the last episode I did covered the Flux Rifle, which my lazy ass got handed to me by Sargus Ruck during the Gradivis Dilemma. So, I figured why not go ahead and cover Alidvi's present to the awesome Corpus supporters, the Ignis. Now, I actually went out and built the Ignis a little bit earlier after I crafted the Embolist. As much as I ragged on the Embolist, I did find it fun to use in the right circumstances, so I figured that the Ignis would be able to give me everything that the Embolist was missing, minus the armor ignore. The Ignis is a Grineer-themed flamethrower accessible in the Clan Dojo after you've completed research on the Detonite Injector. As I said, it was also available from Alidvi during the Gradivis Dilemma. It'll cost you 2 Detonite Injectors, 5,000 Nanospores, 5,000 Ferrite, and a Forma to craft in the Foundry, and you will need a Mastery Rank 4 or higher to equip it. So, let me tell you, the Ignis is one of those weapons that you won't be able to use without smiling inside. And while I can't vouch for it as a top tier weapon, it's definitely got its uses. The Ignis deals continuous fire damage in a cone, setting everything in its path ablaze, and potentially panicking them. Now, for those of you who don't already know, fire elemental damage in the game can cause your enemies to stop attacking or charging you in an attempt to put out the flames. Now, there's no stop, drop, and roll animation added in, but it's a halfway decent form of crowd control. And the fact is, when we're dealing with mid-range weapons, crowd control is a big added benefit. Speaking of fire elemental damage, although armor is still applied to it, it does do 2 times more damage to light infested and 1.5 more damage to medium Grineer. Now, to be honest with you, although I do enjoy this weapon a lot, I feel that I definitely like it more for its flavor than for its effectiveness. In a perfect world, all enemies would be grouped up into tight little packs that we could happily prance up to and set them ablaze while we cackle maniacally licking the cupcake frosting off of our fingers. But, unfortunately, that's not usually the case. Aside from the infested, most Grineer and Corpus troops stay at long range and ping at us from behind cover. And even then they spread out because they can't stand each other's horrible BO. Or maybe that's just something I made up. Either way, it really hinders the use of the Ignis, and to top it off, the Ignis comes with no polarities. So in essence, you're using up multiple precious Forma to create an infested destroying machine. But then again, I'm kind of okay with that. Sometimes it's nice to break up the monotony with a weapon that will let you live out your fantasies of being a pyromaniac. Now, speaking of playing with fire, let's get to the gay factor. Now, I'm not quite sure what it is about the elements of fire that piques my interest so much. Maybe it was my childhood crush on Wheeler from Captain Planet, or my grown-up crush on firemen in general. But the one thing I do know for sure is that there is this cool polarized nature of fire. On one hand, it could be warm and inviting and cook you popcorn and roast marshmallows for s'mores. On the other hand, it can burn your ass, like when you try to pull out a Pop-Tart from a toaster oven, or when you burn your hand on those sizzling plates at the restaurant even though they tell you it's sizzling and it's in the name. But, my ranting aside, I've never seen the way I feel about fire and flamethrowers better depicted than the trailer for the Pyro in TF2, so I'll leave that link in the description box down below. Okay, that's enough of me being sidetracked, let's get back to the quick draw. So, as you can tell, my feelings on the Ignis are a bit of a mixed bag. I enjoy using it, but I definitely know that at the moment, armor-ignoring weapons are where it's at. Now, if you've got the resources to spare, it's definitely one of my top 3 flavor weapons currently in-game. Due to its range limitations, tanks like Rhino and Trinity are definitely going to have the best synergy with the Ignis, with an honorable mention going out to Loki and a well-placed decoy diverting infested traffic into happy little bundles of flame and ash. So if you're looking to live out your dreams of unleashing hellfire onto cars that cut you off during traffic, annoying holiday shoppers that bump into you and don't apologize, or anybody that pisses you off in general, then I definitely suggest letting off a little steam with the Ignis. Thank you all for watching another episode of The Quick Draw. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for more gaming content here at A Gay Guy Plays. Now, how in the world did I not come up with a single Flamer reference? Not even one. Can't believe it.